Hey YouTube, Matty Day 12 here with the crew at Legit MTG, home store of Legit YGO. Check him out. There you go, Rapid. There you go. All right, make sure you head over and check out all the articles at legitYGO.com. We'll throw that in there right now too.
If you could like make the link right.
we'll put the link right there. All right, now guys, what I want to talk about is at YCS Prague, and well, okay, first off, there has been an issue with kind of a mutual signing out of cards, where players will. It really became public and became, kind of more common knowledge whenever 6 cents and return was a major issue with the Dragon format. You had the release of 6 cents, and people would mutually side out return and 6 cents. Because they felt like they were overpowered, and they felt like they were making a statement to Konami. Does this make sense?
No. I'm gonna say no.
Anybody?
All
right, we're in it. We have Matt Johnson, Kalen Johnson, no relation, and and Alex Llewellyn again. Hi, Alex. All right, Kalen, start with this. Is this? Does it make sense?
I mean, yeah, it can, but in the same situation. It can still be brought up a lot of times of, yeah, let's mutually side this stuff out, and then somebody could fall back on that very easily.
I feel like you have to show it to each other. Like,
oh, yeah, like
set it
you would set the card face up on your
sure.
on your side deck or your extra deck.
But even then,
sketchy.
What is it really accomplishing at this point?
Well, at the time of 6 cents, 6 cents was such an overpowered card that players thought they were making a statement to Konami that card should have never been printed in America.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, is the video going to devolve into should 6 cents ever been printed?
it may. Alex, any comment?
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I'm not going to do it.
You're not going to do it?
No.
I would do it on a local level.
I get it.
You would do it on a local level?
I don't know. If I was like wanting to win a tournament, like if I was playing a YCS or something, no, I want to win. Screw you.
all right. That brings up another good point. Like the issue right now is the Gen Lock. People are using the Gen Lock, of course, in their Necros deck. So in the Necros mirror match, people are siding out the Gen Lock. Or in other matchups, most of them are using the Snatch Steal. So people are siding out their Snatch Steals. At what point during a tournament do you say, no, I'm not going to side it out?
When I enter the tournament, if it's like a wise, I'm gonna be the dick.
Oh no, I'm okay with this. Yeah.
If I'm paying the money to go to a YCS, if I'm paying for hotel and all that different stuff, then I'm there because I want to either get my invite or I want to win. You know. Yeah, and food too.
Yeah.
Like, if you're spending my money,
if you're gonna spend your money to go to an event,
I'm not going there to play subpar. If I have the ability to keep like Degen in, assuming I had money for that freaking deck, then if Degen locking you is gonna win me the game, I'm gonna do it every chance I can. And if you want to side out of it, then that's fine. But
you're not going to do it.
It's in my deck because I want to use it.
Of course.
So why would I side it out?
Man, so much input.
But Alex, you can get your opponent to side it out. We're dealing with overpowered cards that can win you the game. But your opponent is playing the same overpowered card. You don't have to worry about losing to this card in games 2 and 3.
Yeah, I guess that's the issue. If you're in a game and your opponent rips a really good card, like Snatch Steal or 6 cents back then.
Snatch Steal for game.
Yeah, I mean, It puts it where there's no really boring games, where there's no frustration. It's a fair game. It's not whoever draws Snatch Steal. It's whoever can play better. I get that. I understand.
Would you side it out?
If it was on a local level, I guess I would. Just because.
Okay.
You know.
So if me and you are facing each other in the fight, no, you wouldn't, because you don't.
I don't like you.
We don't like this.
I guess it might change if I knew the person. Maybe.
That's pretty much what it's essentially boiling down to. Is if you know the person, yeah, that could be a mutual agreement easily at a local level.
If I don't know, if you're just some nobody that I don't know,
like if I'm playing against Alex, sure.
All right, what if
Steals, that's fine.
What if I say this, and I'll let you continue on this thought, but in the YCS Prague, we had a situation in a Yusenchu, which you just actually you're in the finals of our Win-A-Box today with Yuzinchu. We had a situation with a Yuzinchu and a Cleefort player. And the Cleefort player was a rather known player, and he went to side out. He wanted to mutually side out Snatch Steal. They were both playing Snatch Steal. And he had won game 1 because he Snatch Stealed his opponent's monster for game.
Sure.
The Yuzinchu player was like, at first he didn't understand what was going on, and then he chose not to do it. Continue on this. Like in the situation where you're playing Yuzinchu and the Snatch Steal is more important to your deck because it's an anti-meta deck.
Sure. But, I mean, it depends on how it's used, more or less, in my deck. It's... The way I usually use it is to make X seeds. So essentially, I'm not stealing games with it in the first place. So what would be the point of both of us siding it out? Sure, he can win the game from it. It's a legitimate play.
What if I told you in game 2 he lost the game to the Cleefort player Snatch Stealing a monster that he had played Snatch Steal on?
Sure.
Would that change? That change your opinion? Yeah.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's how it went down in both games, and the Cleefort player was like, okay, like if you don't want to side it out, we'll do it. So this is not as commonly done in YCSs as it is in ARG events.
No.
Do you feel that the competitive level is different when you enter a YCS and a ARG event, and that's why you see more of this happening at those events?
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Do people... He says he doesn't want to spend his money to go to a YCS because the competitive level is here. Do you feel that the competitive level may be below a YCS? That's why people agree to do it?
At an ARG,
event?
At a local event.
At an ARG event?
No.
No?
I feel like the ARG event's going to be greater in its competitive level in the first place.
I agree. I'm trying to...
But even then, I mean... Like I said, a lot of times it could just boil down to friends doing it, which is understandable. If people don't know each other, things of this, it's just... I mean, they don't have to. I mean...
Okay.
What's the basic question for the video? Like, would we do it?
Yeah. Do you think it's acceptable, and would you do it?
It's fine. I think it's fine if you want to do it. That's fine.
If both players can agree on it.
The offer,
yeah.
And if they both agree on it to do it, sure.
I think that if you agree to do it,
I don't feel like they have to do it.
No, of course they don't have to.
Yeah.
And I mean, there should be no saltiness over what happens because it becomes a legitimate play at that point.
Yeah, I mean,
Whether it be Snatch Steal for them to Snatch Steal for game, that's fine. It could have happened either way.
I feel like if I'm going to a higher level, like competitive tournament, like an ARG or a YCS, I guess my mindset is I just assume that cards are gonna be ripped on me.
Yeah.
And like it's part of the game. It sucks. You get salty over it every so often. Ironically, I got Snatch Steal for game earlier.
Okay.
It happens.
In the situation of 6 Cents and Return from a Different Dimension, those were cards that people felt because of the state of the game with Dragon Rulers that they were making a statement to Konami by mutually citing those cards out.
I feel like that's kind of dumb.
That's dumb? That's exactly where I'm going with this. Like, people right now think that this card should not exist. In the Snatch Steal. They feel that Snatch Steal should not exist in the game right now on a competitive level, and they feel that Konami should have done something about this before releasing the Necros, and they didn't.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Is this a situation where does it make a statement to Konami, and are these issues that Konami should address before putting these on the market?
Do you think Konami pays enough attention? They can't get their own event coverage right, let alone actually know what's being played.
That's a whole nother video.
I mean, that's just the same. Like, do you think they're really like, oh man, people don't want to play 6 Cents? That was a mistake on our part. They're like, no man, people bought a lot of those boxes. We got a lot of money.
They're
a business.
To all of these cards.
Yeah, they gave us 2 Dark Hole and a Raigeki to get out of the Dijin lock. We have Book of Eclipse that even just recently got reprinted in the Astral Pack.
Okay.
Have outs.
Book of Moon's a card. I mean, everything. There's so many different situations
Can I say something?
with these cards.
Oh,
94.
Poke Taylor 94 going to jump in on this.
Way over here. So the reason I don't think they mess with the Jin is it takes way too many cards. So if they just out it, then you just lose. Because you're down like 4 cards. You have 2 cards up in turn.
I outed it on you earlier, and you had 2 cards.
And you left with 1 or 2 cards.
Yeah, I just dark hold it, and then.
Okay.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, so again, like, are we, Alex, are we making a statement to Konami by doing this?
No.
We're not? Do you think so? You don't think
No.
Konami pays attention to that?
I don't think people understand that Konami is a company. Like they're not going to be a bunch of representatives from Konami like, hey,
Do you see this happening?
big guy upstairs.
Yeah.
People don't like Snatch Steal.
And one, this was in Battle Pack 3.
I mean, I don't feel like Snatch Steal should have came back. It makes the game where it's not as equal. It makes it a little frustrating sometimes, but I feel like it's fine.
How's it not equal? I mean, if
We
everybody
can all
has
play
it,
it, yeah.
Well, it's more,
Yeah.
like if you draw it, like you don't have a super high chance of drawing.
Well, don't
Okay.
be mad at Konami, but be mad at your bad luck.
Yeah.
All right.
But how does
I mean,
It's fine.
when does MST not
yeah, be
stop
mad at
it?
your bad. Yeah. Sorry.
When does MST not stop this? It's fair.
I mean, like, there's different
And the
outside
twisters
as
that
well.
were, and the twisters were pretty much all siding.
All right.
Opponent's face off here.
Yeah.
Face off here. Is it negates me?
So is there a line in the sand that's drawn when I enter a YCS and I say, okay, I'm X1 going into round 6? If my opponent wants to do it, I can do it now.
Yeah, I would personally. I want it to be based on I want to draw my cards and I want to outplay my opponent.
So round 6, watch this. You want to play? I'm not taking this card out. This card's not in my deck, so it's
I don't think he is
Like, if
either.
you
So-
want-
All right, guys.
Now, that's
We will continue this discussion in the comments below if you guys want to continue this.
Discuss that too.
Stop that. All right, guys, I appreciate it. Make sure you guys head over to Legit YGO. Check out all the Yu-Gi-Oh articles. Some of them written by this guy. This guy's cool. All right, guys, subscribe, comment down below. Show us how much you love us.
Titties.